with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in with Coach Heupel before the game. He has great confidence in the line of scrimmage and their ability to run the ball today. That's because he has got an experienced back. With the freshman quarterback, if he doesn't like what he sees, he can hand it off, and they will plan on having great success up front. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Missouri about to kick off. They'll lift the lid on this one. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. There first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Complete to start this drive. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know, receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Davis. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Tigers! And they turn it into a defensive score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Davis. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. Busts through behind his pad. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Will, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Bishop. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Unloads it left. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Going downfield for the big play. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Start this drive on the ground with Hardy. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to the run. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Tigers! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like you mentioned, the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. The defense there to make the stop. He barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Catch in the middle, it's Bishop. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Makes the catch, it's Staley. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Quick completion to the right. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Touchdown, Volunteers! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Some much-needed life from this offense as they tried to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And he tacks on the extra point. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Makes a move. Got him on a wound. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Upstairs, he's got it. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got it.
Could be an alley. Touchdown balls. Rolled his way run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll give it to Hardy. Powers through the defender. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that's the second time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. He's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football. And we've already seen it today. A couple of explosive plays, and they're going to continue to feature this young man.
Plows through the defense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side with Hardy. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Working that left side now. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
And the Tigers look to keep this drive humming. The run inside. It's Hardy. Here's a little room there. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. More importantly, we have an early barn burner here. Both teams firing on all cylinders, as our stats will show you. So first down here as they go back to work. Keeps it on first down. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give on the option. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable third down situations. And we've seen them at any area.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is even bigger. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So here is the Tennessee offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Wide receiver going in motion. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And that's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
On the option. He'll toss it. Fights off a defender. There's a crease. Touchdown, Tennessee! Great job by the back on the option.
They call it the option because there's so many options on the play. There's so many things they can do. The defense did a good job taking away the quarterback, but, man, they lost track of the running back. Great blocking. Running back takes it all the way for the huge touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he's going to try to return this one. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care.
Turning it on! Just plowing ahead. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And, man, this offense, man, is so nice to have a guy that you can hand the football to, and he can take off and make big plays down the field. He can break tackles. He can outrun you. He shows you a little bit of everything. This defense, they better dial in on him because he's going to get the football and he can make big plays.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Austin Simmons, the play fake. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and he tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's caught in the end zone.
by you speed. Like I run by you. You can call it whatever route you want to call it, but does a nice job winning at the line of scrimmage, getting behind the DB, runs, catches it right in the end zone. Big play for this offense. Nice throw, nice catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Makes the catch. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here's Simmons to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's complete along the sidelines. It's a catch inbounds, and it's a first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Roberts. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Simmons on the play fake. Under fire. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Racing down the left side. The pick six. He takes it in. Touchdown Vols. Effective offense has led the way, but a most effective defensive play there.
No doubt. Putting separation now. This game's starting to get out of hand. Defense making plays like this. Offense continuing to score points. Hey, defense wins championships and apparently scores points.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point.
Tennessee, 35. Missouri, 24.
He'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the back. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throwing Simmons. Quickly to the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Running inside, it's Roberts. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to run for it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. They boot it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Off-play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Jackson. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, he just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
Simmons. Rushes on him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. The sure hands, it's Roberts. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Lets it fly. Has his batted down, knocked away, incomplete, and this linebacker in pass coverage is up to the task.
Great coverage, and it's so hard when the ball's thrown down the field to stay patient. Like, not to grab the guy, not to start to overreact to the football. Nice job staying a little bit patient when the ball got there, deflecting it, knocking it down.
He's got great speed. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Makes the grab outside. It's Staley. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
You can tell this quarterback and these wide receivers are on the same page. Quick read, quick throw, quick success.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Quarterback keeper. Nowhere to go That'll bring up 2nd and 10. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The run inside. It's Bishop. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. And that'll do it here in the second quarter. Halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Just about set to get this second half underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Simmons on play action. Here comes the heat. He got the toe down. That's going to look spectacular on his social media, but not so much for the down and distance after he loses yardage.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. The throw to the outside is complete. At the 45 on its way. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. Corners are going to bail. Right back to Hardy. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Simmons. Moving out to the right. Going to try to get... There he goes! He slides past the 1st down marker and picks it up on 4th.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the 1st down.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hardy. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Hardy again. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the 3rd down, and they get the 1st down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a 3rd down stop.
1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Got his man on the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Sends it back in motion. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on 3rd. Touchdown, Tigers! Fit it in the window for the score. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. 1st half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And he puts through the extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. He'll take a deep shot here. Pulls it in down the middle. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. On the run, it's Bishop. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6. Third and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the big play. And he made the grab with enough for the first down, but not enough room on the sidelines to stay in bounds. It's 4th down.
And the quarterback just not on the same page with his wide receiver there. Receiver just not able to get to that pass on the perimeter in double coverage.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Simmons to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Fires downfield. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. The give to Hardy. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
One more time, it's Hardy. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. From the gun on third down, Simmons. Quickly complete. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Throwing Simmons. On the move and looking deep. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This defense is dialed in, locked in, and really creating havoc for this offense.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. Unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. College football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Right back to the well. He breaks a tackle. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this fourth quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, if they can make some plays here in this fourth quarter.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quick completion on the out. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Volunteers will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. They fought their way back. A scoring drive, the stop, and now a chance to pull even on this drive late. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Simmons. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this defense comes up with a big play, and not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for a touchdown, and this offense licking their chops on the 1-yard line, ready to punch this in.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board.
Set to kick this one away.
Out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Got his man out of the backfield. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
It'll be 3rd and long. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Leaping grab for a big gain.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Looking deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Here's Simmons to throw. Got the quick pass. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem, and the QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Here's a heat. It's caught along the sidelines, but he's out of bounds. Would have had the first down if he could have stayed in the field of play.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Throwing Simmons. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Got room on the return. Takes it back inside the 40. They'll mark him at the 39-yard line, and the interception has set up great field position. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Caught behind the line. It's Davis. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Vols with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Running inside, it's Bishop. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, a lot of bad things happening on that play if you're on offense because, 1, you lost yards, but 2, you ran out of bounds. You've got the lead. You want to bleed this clock. It's one thing to lose yards, but stay in bounds. Just go down.
Here's the pressure. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th. Got a little grass. Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Bishop. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
Takes the handoff. It's Bishop. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game, and Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you just need one first down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.